When a business grows, it often grows out of control. Simple procedures become gigantic problems. Things like billing, filing, and shipping become too big to handle the old way. Why not get one of IBM's low-cost small computers like DataMaster? It puts you back in control, and it can grow.
Here's to a great future.
As your business grows.
Continuing its relentless climb to stay on top, Ford announces the new V6 Ranger. Ford's V6 Ranger has the most powerful V6 engine in any small pickup. More horsepower than Chevy's S10 pickup. More hill-climbing torque, too. And Ranger's V6 has the high technology of electronic engine controls. The new Ford V6 Ranger, the most powerful V6 in any small pickup, in 2- or 4-wheel drive.
Now, Ford sponsors 11.9% financing on all of today's Ford light trucks.
I'm late.
Bye.
We know little things going wrong can be a big nuisance when you travel. That's why at American Airlines,
We spend over $1 million a day making sure everything goes right.
From important inspections out here
To making sure everything works in here.
thanks.
We're American Airlines, doing what we do best.
There's something you don't know about Atari video games.
Are you kidding? He knows everything.
Everything?
He's the best at Berserk, sensational at Star Raiders, and he scores at least 1 million in Defender.
At least. But do you know you can get an Atari video game cartridge free? Buy 2 of these great hits, and Atari will send you any one of these great games free.
He didn't know that.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
Buy 2 now. Get 1 free.
When America wanted a high-performance radial that could handle wet weather, Goodyear came through with the Eagle GT.
I've got Goodyear. I'm riding on number 1.
The high-performance Eagle GT. One good reason why Goodyear outsells all the foreign radials combined.
I've got Goodyear. I'm riding on number 1. I've got Goodyear. I'm riding on number 1.
How can we compete with Northwestern Mutual Life?
Especially with the quiet company constantly improving the value of their life insurance.
Yeah, well, now their permanent policy owners can increase their dividends.
Some up to 40%. It's just not fair.
Update 83, higher dividends that quietly improve our life insurance value. Another leadership innovation from Northwestern Mutual Life, the quiet company.
They're a tough act to follow. They always have been.
You're about to enter the world of a new technology called X-ray microscopy. Developed by IBM research scientists to advance computer technology, it brought them close inside this computer chip, discovering details no one had ever seen before. The scientists then wondered what they would see if they examined blood cells the same way. What they saw fascinated medical researchers. They discovered structures within the living human cell never seen before. A number of medical researchers have already used this new technology to examine sickle cells and cancer cells. X-ray microscopy, an example of how IBM research can contribute not only to business, but to life itself.
I once rolled a log off a 100-foot waterfall, came up standing, and popped myself open a cold light beer for Miller.
Ah, you lumberjacks. Well, one time a big mouth bass pulled me up a waterfall. That's when you appreciate light beer, because it's less filling.
Yeah, but it was the thought of light's great taste that kept me going when I was cutting timber in the Great Sahara Forest.
Wait a minute. Sahara's the desert.
It is now.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
No, speaking of forest, remember that time?
You'll never forget the time you shared that Polaroid instant picture.
Hey. This is official. See? You're on duty.
This how you look?
Yep. You shaved this morning? Well, you want to be a cop?
I want to be just like you, Dad.
The sharing makes the memories sweeter.
shave this morning?
The new sun cameras from Polaroid.
Herman Woukes, The Winds of War, will continue in a moment. This is ABC.
Southwest Conference basketball action tonight at 10:30, TV 4029.
Start the new year by owning your own mobile home from Champ Hinton Enterprises. Here's a super buy in a 14x60 1983 Squire with 2 bedrooms, masonite siding, shingled roof, house-type construction, wood-burning fireplace, deluxe carpet and drapes, garden tub, and many other extras. Full price is $15,990 with $1,600 down and 12-year bank financing. See this one today at Champ Hinton Enterprises. No payment till May of '83. Take I-540 to Highway 112 north a half mile to Champ Hinton Enterprises.
News Brief, brought to you as a service of Herndon Broadcasting Stations.
Good evening, I'm Rich White. Coming up on News Center Nightline, new government regulations are going into effect to prevent a repeat of last fall's town hall murders. The nationwide independent trucker strike enters its 2nd week, and the Department of Transportation has a new head. Now this.
A lot of things sure changed, but I'm glad our friendship didn't.
Give your old school friends a call this weekend, anywhere in Arkansas for $2.05 or less.
Join us for a complete look at Monday's news, weather, and sports in the News Center at 10.
Practicing every day of the week is tough. I'm lucky I've got a great coach like Lorraine. She knows how to get me going. Like starting out the workout with a hot mug of Campbell's chicken noodle soup. I've always loved it. It's a great way to get up without getting weighed down. And it fits right in with my fitness program. I need to eat the right things because skating really takes it out of me. But you know, it's all worth it when I hear the applause.
Campbell's soup is good food.
Every morning I use Listerine antiseptic for me. In the morning, your mouth has millions more bad breath germs than the night before. Listerine kills the germs that can cause morning breath, and it works for hours. At night, I use it a 2nd time for Joanne. Listerine Strong keeps my breath clean a good long time. Listerine, 1 time for me.
A 2nd time for me.
Listerine, twice a day. 1 time for me.
A 2nd time for me.
For a love grown strong, for a road so long, and all the ways it's turned.
For the solid ground we finally found, for all the things I've learned. Because we've made it, because 1 and 1 is more than 2. A diamond, and forever I give to you.
The diamond anniversary ring, the gift that says you'd marry her all over again.
Stanley makes a hard-toothed saw with a built-in miter, so every cut is a perfect cut. It helps. Stanley designed the instructions for our do-it-yourself garage door opener just as carefully as the garage door opener.
It helps.
Stanley makes over 90 kinds of weatherproofing to help you save energy and money.
Now that helps.
The do-it-yourself company puts something extra into everything we make because
We want to help you to things right.
The Winds of War is just the beginning of a spectacular February on ABC. This Thursday, meet the Kirkridges. They're looking for a place to live, and look what they found.
I am Mr. Rodriguez, and I am your neighbor.
Oh, my God.
If you have one, trade him for intelligence.
It's a cultural collision.
What's your real name?
Jesus.
Jesus. Man's name is Jesus.
Isn't that something?
Condo, the show that gives a whole new meaning to There Goes the Neighborhood.
Buenos dias.
Starting Thursday at 8/7 Central and Mountain. Then B. Arthur's back with a hotel, Amanda.
Believe me, I know a little something about satisfying guests. Is there something I can do for you?
Yes, I am displeased with my view. All I can see out of my window is trees.
But what did you expect to see out of a window in California? Krakatoa erupting?
She has a special way of keeping everyone happy.
Oh, Betty.
Thursday, the premiere of Amanda's, right after the premiere of Condo. Monday, February 14th. Anne Margaret is the woman who loved her 10 children so much.
Cancer.
It's Fred.
Is Mom really gonna die?
She spent the last year of her life giving them away.
Sometimes sad things happen, and there's just nothing you can do about it.
Inspired by a true story.
I'd rather go to heaven with you, Mommy.
Who will love my children? Wednesday, February 16th. It's Tom DeLuise in his first special. With Burt Reynolds, Mel Brooks, John Forsythe, Gene Kelly, Dean Martin and Angie Dickinson, Tom DeLuise and Fred. Friday, February 18th, Bob Newhart is the president.
Oh, the senator from Rhode Island.
Gilda Radner is first daughter.
I wish Dad were a streetcar conductor or something.
Millions of people do, dear, but he's not.
Madeline Kahn is first lady. Together, they're the first family. Sunday, February 20th. Get ready for the ultimate human adventure.
Take us out.
The television phenomenon is now a major motion picture. William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy take off on the Starship Enterprise. The adventure continues. Star Trek, the motion picture. Monday, February 21st. The story of an American beauty who took Hollywood by storm.
Cut and print that.
She led a fairy tale life. All she needed was a prince.
I wish my life could always be like this.
Cheryl Ladd stars as one of the world's most beloved women, Grace Kelly. Wednesday, February 23rd. It's beauty versus beefcake when teams of gorgeous gals and heavenly hunks square off in the battle of the perfect tens. An all-new all-star family feud special. Friday, February 25th.
Who are the warriors?
What happens when the toughest kids in New York City hit the streets?
Send the word.
To stop one gang.
I want them all.
But nobody stops the Warriors. Parental discretion advised. Sunday, February 27th, take off in the world's first hypersonic passenger plane.
Ignite rockets.
Torn from the Earth's atmosphere, the plane of the future is trapped in outer space. And the world watches as the Space Shuttle Columbia attempts an incredible rescue.
Don't be, please.
Lauren Hutton and Lee Majors, Starflight, the plane that couldn't land. And coming in March, ABC proudly presents Colleen McCullough's long-awaited best-selling novel, The Thornbirds, in the most memorable love story of our time. 10 unforgettable hours of destiny, desire, and denial. Christopher Plummer, Barbara Stanwyck, Rachel Ward, and Richard Chamberlain. A love that defied both heaven and earth. The Thornbirds. Tomorrow, it's a special night of stripes and stars.
Yeah, okay,
When Fonzie's drafted.
Let me tell you something, Tank Breath.
Happy days. And Laverne tries to get a monkey off her back in time to sing with the Spinners.
Thank you.
Laverne and Shirley.
Tomorrow.
Crime in America, an unprecedented examination.
How unstoppable is crime in America? As our new ABC News crime poll demonstrates, Americans worry a lot about crime. How about the cops and courts and prisons? And why do so many of our quick prescriptions for stopping crime turn out to be bad medicine?
For 2 weeks, ABC's World News Tonight and all other ABC News broadcasts will take a long, hard look at crime in America. Beginning next Monday, watch ABC's World News Tonight.
Hey, want a good reason to head for Bonanza instead? How's this? Our fabulous Fresh-Tastics food bar, always included in the price of your meal. Want one more good reason? Our Bonanza Top Sirloin Steak Dinner. Oh, yeah. Thick, juicy top sirloin steak and all the fixings. Enjoy our Top Sirloin Steak Dinner all this month for only $4.99 at all participating Bonanzas.
Honey, help!
Guess you found the dress you wanted.
And a little more.
Can I see?
Oh, you'll see later. Right now, I'm taking a shower.
I think I used up all the soap.
I haven't used soap since I tried Caress. Soap left my skin dry. Caress is better than soap. Has bath oil in it. Leaves my skin softer and smoother than soap ever did. Like it?
I love it.
I meant the dress.
Try Caress with bath oil for the soft you can't get from soap.
The new Riva from Yamaha with electric start.
automatic transmission, and style. It's something practical for people who don't have to be.
West Arc, 3109 Grand Avenue, Fort Smith. Fort Smith's new Yamaha shop. Financing available.
TV 40 Fort Smith, TV 29 Fayetteville, Springdale. Monday, February 7th. This is News Center Nightline with anchorman Rich White, Joe Hickman with sports, and C.H. Jackson with the weather facts.
Good evening. The nationwide independent trucker strike is entering its second week, and the leader of the striking truckers says he is urging his 30,000 members to continue their strike until significant progress is made toward achieving a rollback of taxes and fees. Mike Parker says the showdown will last at least one more week, and he accused the government of trying to break the week-old strike by planting false rumors that the strike was almost over. And for the second time in the past 4 days, violence associated with the trucker strike has been reported in western Arkansas. This morning, an Oklahoma trucker was shot at just east of Greenwood on Highway 10. The driver was not injured, however, the truck was slightly damaged. Last Friday, a driver was threatened with a gun near the Alma Way Station, and because of these reports, State Police Captain DeLoyne Causey says extra steps are being taken to deal with the problem.
Plain cars on the interstate. I have put some plain pickup trucks on the interstate, and we're paying particular attention to I-40 and 71, and apparently I'm going to have to get on Highway 10. We're watching overpasses and anything suspicious. All of my plain cars are radio equipped, and the drivers will be in plain clothes.
This trucker strike will be the first test of Elizabeth Dole, who today became the head of the Department of Transportation. Mrs. Dole, wife of Republican Senator Robert Dole of Kansas, was sworn in today by Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor. Senator David Pryor kicked off a week-long tour of the state today with a stop at the Veterans Administration Hospital in Fayetteville. News Center's Randy Mulligan was with the senator today and files this report.
We do have some big issues. We have Social Security.
Senator Pryor says both the House and the Senate will be busy this spring trying to pass a Social Security package.
I've got some areas that I'm concerned with about that package, and when hearings begin on February the 15th, I will begin evolving my position on that.
On another issue, Pryor says the government is spending far too much money for defense and trying to cut the defense budget in the wrong areas.
I think that the areas where Secretary Weinberger and the President are recommending that we cut are those areas which really need not be cut in.
The reason for Pryor's tour of the Veterans Administration Hospital today is because he's concerned with the cutbacks in veteran programs.
Right now, I'm going to be certainly vigilant in attempting to stop any of those.
Pryor says he'll be supporting an increase in the need for veterans' care in the future. For the News Center, I'm Randy Mulligan.
News Center Nightline, brought to you tonight by First National Bank, by Steve Evans Auto World, by Amco Transmissions of Fayetteville, and by Ozark Electric.
It's new and better than ever. It's Steve Evans Auto World. That's right. We have a new name because we're bringing you the best of both worlds, import and domestic. In addition to Datsun cars and trucks, we can now offer you the best from Chrysler, all at one location. You can still count on us for the best price on a Datsun and now a full line of Chrysler products. And this will prove more than ever that I want your business at Steve Evans Auto World, 1304 South C Road.
IRAs, individual retirement accounts. You know they're a good deal, but can you afford one? Are there loopholes? Do you have to pay a fee? Get the answers to these tough questions at the First National Bank. Our friendly professional financial officers will answer every question you have without high-pressure sales pitches. When it comes to IRAs, get the facts at any of our 7 convenient locations. The First National Bank of Fort Smith.
Are you tired of incompetent, uncaring insurance agents who are concerned only with the collection of high premiums and not the services they render? Well, I have the solution to your problem. Jimmy Pipkins, Farmers Insurance Group of Pecola, Oklahoma, is genuinely concerned with your insurance claims and low premiums. He is prompt, efficient, and he really cares. See Jimmy Pipkins, Farmers Insurance Group, located in the Pecola South Center, Highway 112 South, Pecola, Oklahoma, or give Jimmy a call at 436-7037.
Not only does your tax preparer need to know the laws in the tax business well, but also needs to be your friend. someone who'll be familiar with your tax planning and business needs and be readily available anytime you need their help. We'll be here to assist you with any of your business or personal income tax planning and preparation. Call us today at 782-3668 or come by and talk to us at Razorback Accounting, 3739 Grand, Fort Smith. Come by and see Judy or Linda today.
This story just into the news center. One man was killed this evening when the tractor-trailer rig he was driving overturned 1 mile north of Mountainburg. State police have not yet identified the driver, but they say he was driving a truck with Indiana license plates. No other information is available at this time. Well, it's been 3 years since the last investigation, but now Oklahoma District Attorney Gerald Hunter says complaints to his office may prompt another multi-county grand jury investigation. Details from News Center's Mark Reams.
Elected District Attorney Gerald Hunter is successful in his effort. It would be the first multi-county grand jury investigation ever in Oklahoma. Just exactly what Hunter would want a panel to look into won't be known for some time. However, he does say it runs the gamut from murder to corruption and back again. Meanwhile, in Sequoyah County, people are buzzing about what a grand jury could look into here.
Yeah.
Well, buzzing may not be the word for what Sequoyah County residents are doing. Perhaps wondering is a better word.
I don't know, but if it's like everything else, they'll probably find something.
What possibly might that be? Do you have any idea?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to say.
Can't take care of my own business, much less theirs. I couldn't say.
Well, there's no telling what they're looking into, and as far as knowing what they're looking for, no one else would probably know until they got it called and see what was going on in the county.
He says it runs everything from murder to corruption and back again. What do you think of that?
Well, I haven't seen very many murders over here.
At this point, there are still many questions to be answered by Hunter's office. Questions like how to pay for the grand jury, especially one that will cover the 4 involved counties, Sequoyah, Cherokee, Adair, and Wagner. There are questions of jurisdiction, also questions about which of the 4 counties would play host to the panel. But Hunter says that question, along with others, will be answered sometime soon. Mark Reams reporting for the News Center.
Due to declining state revenues, schools in Oklahoma are facing cuts in state aid of up to 6%. But as News Center's Janice Bennett reports, state lawmakers are looking at a way to help the schools make do with less.
School officials have been told to expect 4 to 6% cuts in state money this year. That's because, for the first time, Oklahoma legislators are dealing with lacking revenue. A Tahlequah senator has proposed a way to help school districts save money, shorten the school week to 4 days, and lengthen the school day to 7.5 hours. Herb Roselle says such a proposal would save millions of dollars. At this point, school officials aren't convinced.
I would save some on transportation. Basically, that's the only area that I can see would save money. I think having the building set vacant 3 days a week instead of 2, you still have to heat them, pay your utilities. Vandalism would be another day that nobody would be there and possibly encourage vandalism. I don't think Oklahoma will be interested in it.
Roland School Superintendent Carl Matlock also foresees learning problems in keeping kids the extra hour and a half, in addition to the difficulty the 4-day week would present for working parents. Officials concede such a proposal might be more cost-effective in a larger school district. The bill being considered by the legislature would allow local school boards to make the final decision. Janice Bennett reporting for the News Center.
A bill introduced by Representative Carolyn Pollen of Fort Smith would adapt state secondary education standards to those of North Central associations for colleges and secondary schools. The House Education Committee is to consider Pollen's bill tomorrow. Districts not complying by the 1986-87 school years would lose state financial aid. Arkansas Governor Bill Clinton says he will do a lot of thinking before he signs a bill that would require warning labels on recordings containing backwards masking. The Senate and the House passed the bill, but the House must approve a Senate amendment before it goes to the governor. The Senate asked for the bill back today, but the House said no. At a news conference, Clinton said he had some problems with the proposal, but he wouldn't discuss them. He said he hadn't read their proposal. Backwards masking refers to messages that can be heard only when the recording is played in reverse. Some say hidden messages defy Satan. A jury has been selected in Albuquerque, New Mexico to hear the murder trial of Arkansas death row inmate Marion Albert Pruitt. Pruitt is accused of the beating wife of his death, Michelle Pearson. The trial begins tomorrow. In Arkansas, Pruitt was convicted of killing a Fort Smith convenience store clerk in October of 1981. Fort Smith's Justice for Crime Victims group held their regular monthly meeting tonight, and one of the first orders of business was a changing of the guard. Local President Marilyn Moore will now head the state organization, and Ruth Staten replaces Moore as the local president. Following the change, U.S. District Attorney Asa Hutchinson brought the group up to date on federal actions concerning crime and crime victims. A number of the group's members will travel to Little Rock tomorrow to support legislation aimed at helping crime victims. New government regulations went into effect today designed to prevent a repeat of last fall's Tylenol murders in Chicago. Effective immediately, all non-prescription liquids and capsules must be placed in tamper-proof packaging. Teamsters President Roy Williams and 3 others face sentencing this week for their part in a scheme to bribe Nevada Senator Howard Cannon. Today, the government began submitting evidence it hopes will convince the judge to make those sentences severe. The hearings continue for 2 more days. Williams and the others face prison terms of up to 55 years, and the government wants the judge to strip Williams of his office as president of this nation's largest union even before the appeals begin. Well, it's been 48 hours since former Gestapo officer Klaus Barbie was returned to France, where it is alleged that during World War II, Barbie was responsible for murder, torture, and sending Jews and members of the French resistance to concentration camps. Barbie was tracked down in Bolivia. Barbie has been isolated from other prisoners to prevent assassination attempts. The Mount St. Helens volcano came back to life today. An eruption is building a new mound of lava atop the volcanic dome. There are no reports of any explosions at the Washington State volcano, despite earlier warnings that such activity is possible. Well, CH, is that going to affect us any? Are we going to get any lava flowing down our
I
dome?
certainly hope not. No, I don't think so. Of course, when it pumps that lava and smoke into the upper atmosphere, there are theories that this can cause some problems. But for a while, we've got nice weather coming. A little chance of rain on Wednesday, but for the rest of the time, just great weather.
Great stuff ahead. C.H. Jackson, the weather, when News Center Nightline continues.
One is a washer and dryer. What I don't want is the hassle of buying it. Get what you want at Color Time.
At Color Time, you avoid the hassles of buying with our rent-to-own program because nobody rents faster or easier.
Okay, I want it in white. How about gold? Get what you want at Color Time.
For brands like RCA, Whirlpool, and Sansui, call America's largest. Call Color Time.
Color Time in Fort Smith, Poto, and Fayetteville.
Hi, I'm David Hartman. Join Joan London and me weekdays for Good Morning America. Steve Bell has the news, John Coleman the weather, Jack Anderson covers and uncovers Washington, Dr. Tim Johnson reports on medicine, Professor Arthur Miller on the law, John Stossel has important consumer information, Julia Childs cooking, Irma Bombeck's unique humor, Joel Siegel with movie reviews, and Kathy Lee Johnson and Steve Fox report on interesting people and places. Join us weekdays, won't you, for Good Morning America.
The all-new Four Seasons Inn in Fort Smith has a very special weekend special. Stay Friday or Saturday night for just $42. This low price includes inn features like hot coffee and a newspaper delivered to your door, an enjoyable complimentary breakfast, an entertaining evening in the Fifth Season Lounge, relaxing in our sauna or hot tub, or a dip in our indoor pool. We invite our out-of-town visitors to call our toll-free numbers for reservations, 800-632-4444 inside Arkansas or 800-643-4567 outside Arkansas.
Saucy, spicy, outspoken. It's Insider, a new weekly feature in TV Guide. This week, read about the rivalry between Linda Evans and Stephanie Powers that goes back to high school. Learn how Tony Randall revealed all during a taping of Love, Sydney. And meet beautiful British actress Victoria Tennant of The Winds of War. See what's up, what's out, who's hot, and who's not. Read Insider every week, only in TV Guide.
Well, it was cold in the valley today, but it won't be that bad tomorrow. Out on the west coast, right on the coast, there's some thundershower activity as the frontal system begins to enter the country. In our area, we'll begin to see a little bit of cloudiness moving in, and all this is going to do is keep the temperatures up a little bit. Then the possibility of some shower activity occurs on Wednesday. The front that passed through here is clear off the east coast now, but up in Maine, New Hampshire, and those places, they're getting a lot of snow today. Today's high temperatures weren't all that bad. In the teens in the upper valleys, down into the 40s in Arkansas, and the 50s in Texas, some of the 60s hit the southwestern desert. Now, checking the national map, a warm front becomes stationary and swings through the Dakotas and into Canada. This one is not to worry. A low-pressure center is also moving in an easterly direction. The possibilities of it coming down into our area are a little slim. We have a very slight chance of some afternoon shower activity along about Wednesday. But the main thing that's going to happen is we fall under the influence of this high-pressure center that's now over the Tennessee Valley and a second one down in the Gulf. These reinforce each other and bring warm air up. They also bring moist air up, so this is the possibility of some shower activity. But for the most part, we should see mostly clear skies again tomorrow. Then later in the evening, increasing cloudiness, and by Wednesday should be fairly cloudy and a slight chance of some shower activity. Lots of sunshine in the southwestern desert and right over our area today. It got down to 28 below zero in a place called Ironwood, Michigan today, and the hot spot was in Florida where it got up to 83. Now, checking our temperatures around the area, we're seeing temperatures into the upper 20s, and they got pretty chilly last night. They won't be that bad tonight. We'll see about the mid-20s is all it'll be, and tomorrow night it'll be even warmer, and a couple of the readings still in the 30s. Tulsa holding with 34 at the moment. Checking our current weather facts with clear skies, Fayetteville has 29 degrees and 72% humidity, calm winds, and the barometer's at 30.02 and steady. Clear skies over Fort Smith with 31 degrees. A light breeze causes a 28-degree wind chill. It's 44 for the high today and 77 for the record in 1937. A low this morning of 19, the record low -5 in 1895. The barometer now at 30.08 and steady, 72% humidity, northeasterly winds at 5, and no rain to report today. 1700ths for the month and 189 for the year. We're almost a half inch below normal. Sunset today that you were able to see was 5:52. It didn't look quite like our picture, but not bad. 7:11 is sunrise tomorrow and VFR flying for tonight. Clear skies at all our Arkansas reporting stations and temperatures in the upper 20s or low 30s. And on the Oklahoma side, cloudy skies now in McAllister and Oklahoma City. Texarkana showing partly cloudy, but temperatures still in the 30s. Tonight, it could pick up a little bit of high thin cloudiness. It won't be quite as cold as last night. Look for a low of about 26 to 28 degrees. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a bit warmer, 52 degrees for a high, and freezing temperatures tomorrow night for the low. On Wednesday, we should see increasing cloudiness. It'll be mild. There'll be the slightest chance of showers on Wednesday and about 52 degrees. By Thursday, partly cloudy and mild. Temperatures, though, throughout the rest of the week should remain fairly mild. By Friday, a slight chance of shower activity coming again and a better chance on Saturday. So all in all, if we get any shower activity, it's going to be a slight chance Wednesday, and then it may be back to spoil your weekend. As it is spoiling my voice, I'm either trying to catch it or trying to get rid of it, and I haven't quite figured out which yet. But in any event, look for a really pretty good week this week. Rich?
Well, we certainly hope you get rid of it.
I hope so, too.
Repaying you for the snow you gave us last week. That's what it is.
Yeah. And speaking of getting rid of things, the Hogs got rid of the Baylor Bears tonight.
It's not nice to talk about
Sure
Baptist that way, but Baylor did lose tonight, and Arkansas kind of took the honey away from the Bears tonight. It was a good game for Arkansas, and we'll be showing highlights of the game in case you didn't see it. We will have it on at 10:30 on a delayed basis. We'll also have some top 20 highlights tonight, including highlights of 12th-ranked Louisville against Florida State and 17th-ranked Syracuse against Pitt. That was an upset. Also, the high school poll and the little profile of the #1 team in high school.
Oh, boy, we can hardly wait. Joe Hickman in the sports. His News Center Nightline continues.
They're off at Oak Lawn in Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas from February 11th through April 16th. Make the Arlington Resort Hotel and Spa your home away from home. During February, you can get free front gate tickets when you stay at the Arlington. Ask for your early bird free tickets when you register. After the races, meet your friends in the beautiful fountain room for gourmet dining. Stretch out and relax in the Arlington's fabulous new hot tub. It's tubrific. Call today for your early bird reservations.
Folks, we just got back from market and hardly had time to take our coats off, but we've got bargains all over the store. Regardless of what room in your home that you need furniture appliance for, we have it at Quality Furniture. We have the 17 cubic foot refrigerator, Whirlpool for only $549. And remember, we're the home of the $699 side-by-side. Here's Galen to tell you some more.
We've also got all of our recorders on sale. Right now, you can buy an RCA recorder for $489. That's Quality Furniture Fair, Highway 64 East in Roland.
If I told you folks that you could buy this beautiful Horizon carpet at Carpet Cabin for $7.95 a yard, you'd say, whoo, what a buy. But I'm not going to do it. I'm going to tell you that you can buy this beautiful Horizon carpet for $4.95 a yard. Now, you're going to say a trick, he's lying, or something wrong with it, but that's not true. You can buy this beautiful Horizon carpet all this week for $4.95 a yard, thousands of yards to choose from. You'll just have to come in to see.
Well, the final 81-66 just didn't give the Baptists their due tonight. The Baylor Bears played Arkansas a much tighter game than that final score indicated, but Arkansas finally put the Bears to sleep tonight in their own Bear Den down in Waco. The Hawks started out like they had the killer instinct in them, with Ricky Norton hitting from the outside as the Razorbacks went up by 8 points early. But suddenly the Bears struck back. Following this Keenan DeBose miss, Baylor gets their fast break going to Darrell Balcom for the slam to put the Bears within 13-10. Arkansas then countered with 5 unanswered points to go up 18-10 as Darrell Walker rebounds an Ozell Hall miss, throws a long down-court pass to Alvin Robertson, who shuttles it off to Joe Klein for the stuff. The Hogs continued to hold that lead until just before the half when Balcom saves the ball, and Jay Shakir ends up scoring on the other end for Baylor to cut the lead to 31-26 at the half. And that lead stayed mainly in the 5 to 8 point range through the first 15 minutes of the second half. This Baylor steal and subsequent bucket by Ricky Stern brought the Bears to within 8, but Arkansas countered on the inbounds pass as Ricky Norton clears it to Leroy Sutton, who enters for the Hogs to make it 60-50. Former West Stark standout Glenn Mays had 5 points tonight for Baylor, but this free throw miss with 3 minutes left could have put Baylor within 6 points. Instead, it was Arkansas making foul shot after foul shot down the line that accounted for the big difference in the game and the 81-66 final. Center Joe Klein had a career-high 25 points to lead the Hogs. Darrell Walker had 20, many of them from the line, and Alvin Robertson, getting the steal and score here, had 15 points. And elsewhere tonight, 12th-ranked Louisville was at home against Florida State tonight. The McRae brothers had too much power for the Seminoles as Scooter McRae scores 2 of his 20 points here as Louisville beat Florida State 89-63. And the big upset tonight came as 17th-ranked Syracuse, and the Orange lost to Pitt, the upset king tonight. This bucket by Leo Routon pulled the Orangemen to within 6 in the first half, but Pitt had George Allen. Now, that's not the football coach, but the basketball player. He led the Panthers to an 85-74 upset of Syracuse. They're on the reverse dunk. Let's go now to the scoreboard and check the scores we have for you tonight. There you see the win by Louisville tonight. It was number 4 Memphis State avoiding the upset as well by ripping Wichita State 85-73, and it was Tulsa 81, Southern Illinois 69. Now we go to a couple of upsets tonight. Mississippi of the Southeastern Conference really surprising a lot of people. Tonight they upset number 19 Georgia 76-59, and another upset tonight, the one that you just saw. It was Pitt 85 upsetting 20th-ranked Syracuse with 74. And Tennessee in SEC action also beating LSU tonight 66-63. Now to the AIC, the Arkansas Intercollegiate Conference tonight. There is now a new team at number 1, that being UCA, after they beat Arkansas Tech tonight 70-57. Arkansas Tech now 6-5 on the season. Southern Arkansas clobbered College of the Ozarks 63-44, and Ouachita down to Arkansas Monticello 68-47. Another big game tonight, it was Hendrix beating Arkansas College 90-77. Arkansas College was in first place before tonight's game, but with that loss, they are now in a tie for first with UCA, who beat Tech. Elsewhere, it was Henderson State 67, Harding 60, and the Lady Razorbacks won tonight a big game over Delta State 84-77. Lady Razorbacks now 14-5 on the year. One NBA score to report to you tonight as the Knicks beat Indiana 105-99. Well, there are 2 area teams from the 4A West in the new Associated Press high school poll released today. The number 1 team in the state for the 2nd straight week, the Russellville Cyclones, beat both Conway and Springdale last week. The Cyclones got 8 first-place votes compared to 3 for Little Rock Hall. Little Rock Parkview is in 3rd place, while Little Rock McClellan fell to 5th behind Marlton. McClellan was 3rd last week. Greers Ferry West Side still undefeated in 6th. They're followed by Pine Bluff, North Little Rock Northeast, El Dorado, and the other area team, Fort Smith Northside, returning to the top 10 after a week's absence. Fayetteville received honorable mention, but Russellville is still the number 1 team. Cyclones are currently riding high atop the 4A West, unbeaten in 5 conference games, as they have now beaten every team in the conference in the first half of the round-robin schedule. And as you saw, they're considered the best in the state right now, even though they're not really an overpowering team. Their strength lies in the fact that they're a veteran group, able to adapt to any style of play the opposition throws at them, handling the run and gun or the slowdown, like in Friday's 23-15 win over Springdale. This season, their only losses have been to Marlton and to Biggs, Oklahoma in a tournament in Tulsa. The Cyclones do have some talent. Sure all-conference selection in Jeff Anderson, their 6'5 center, and forward Tim Harden, who has come on strong lately after committing to the University of Richmond and getting his recruiters off his back. Head coach Marty Barnes says his team is better in some respects than last year's team.
As we are last year, because last year we were so big, and we could do a lot more things. At the offensive end, we're better. We're better perimeter shooters, although we don't have a Johnny Foster that can really come in and take charge from the perimeter inside. We've got the perimeter game, and we've got Anderson, and we've got Harden inside, outside. So I think offensively we're better, maybe defensively not as well.
This week, the school board ranks, as far as that's concerned, the basketball players won't be getting all the attention, as Wednesday is the National Signing Day for high school football players. Two of the state's top blue-chip prospects are from Fort Smith Northside, and they are already verbally committed. Grizzly offensive center Brian White, a 248-pound lineman, considered one of the best in the South for opening up holes like this for Northside during the past season, has committed to the University of Arkansas, and split in Harold Merriweather, number 80 on this play, as verbally committed to the University of Tulsa. On Wednesday, many of the area athletes will be signing letters of intent, and we'll have the complete details for you then. Well, that's it for a busy night for sports. We'll be back with a final word from the News Center in just a moment.
Just every once in a while, there's a furniture sale with savings so great you just can't afford to miss it. It's Burlington's factory authorized sale only at Davis Furniture and Davis Greenwood House. The Take 5 bedroom. Contemporary design with a natural clear finish. Sale priced $9.99. The Cabaret bedroom. Traditional design with a velvety finish. Now reduced to $9.99. Right now at Davis Furniture and Davis Greenwood House. Don't miss it.
At Pack Salvage, you can buy the building materials you need and save money. Here's a special roofing sale price. Shingles, $18.95 a square. Roll felt, $7.50 per roll. Vinyl floor covering, just $2.99 a yard. And ash kitchen cabinets at $18 per running foot. Check these prices. Number 1 CDX plywood, 4x8 sheet, half-inch, $7.49. 5/8 inch, $7.95. And 3/4 inch, just $9.50. 5/8 inch particle board, just $4.50. And 4x8 Marlite, only $6.95. Shop today and save at Pack Salvage, 4002 Midland.
This is the number that takes you places you might never go, shows you things you might never see, brings you face to face with beauty. This is the number that brings you Smithsonian Magazine. This is the number that shows you the lives we led, the lives we lead, the life around us. This is the number that brings you Smithsonian Magazine. Call this toll-free number for your year's subscription to Smithsonian. 12 monthly issues for $17. What's more, you'll automatically become an associate member of the Smithsonian Institution, eligible for travel benefits and book and gift discounts. Nature, art, science, history, our whole world. There's no other magazine like Smithsonian.
This is the number that brings you 12 monthly issues of Smithsonian Magazine for only $17. 800-228-6609. That's 800-228-6609. Phone now toll-free. A whole world is waiting for you.
News Center Nightline, brought to you tonight by First National Bank, by Steve Evans Auto World, by Amco Transmissions of Fayetteville, and by Ozark Electric.
Finally tonight, February is Responsible Pet Owner Month in Arkansas, and today in Rogers, grade school students got some tips on proper pet care straight from the cat's mouth. More on the story from News Center's Dennis Graves.
The city of Rogers has instituted a month-long program aimed at solving what many people might consider an animal problem.
We say that Rogers doesn't necessarily have an animal problem, but a people problem. No one wants to take the time to properly care for their animal or watch after them like they're supposed to.
In addition to cutting in half the cost of dog tags to encourage residents to get their pets vaccinated, the city is also conducting a series of presentations at local schools. The stars of the show are Dr. Bill Blankenship and his assistant, Sugar.
Hello? Say hello. There you go.
Blankenship tells the kids all about pet care, up to and including how not to pick up a cat. And if the audience ever doubts the doctor's knowledge, well, Sugar, who sports a shiny gold fang, is always there to back him up.
Yeah, you've sold some rabies vaccinations, haven't you? And what else? Some distemper? Yeah.
For the News Center, I'm Dennis Graves.
That's our report from the News Center for tonight. Coming up next, no Nightline tonight. Kick back, relax, watch the Arkansas Razorbacks tear apart the Baylor Bears. Good night.
Regular ABC programming will not be shown tonight in order that we may bring you the following special sports presentation.